Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video we're going to be looking at gold as price has shot forward and headed towards that 1390 area. Well, it's actually surpassed where we were talking about above 1380 and is round about 1390s, 1394 I believe was the high. Yeah, around about that 1394 was the high that we're currently seeing at the moment. And, you know, we did expect this breakout in gold. We just expected a pullback first before it actually occurred. However, with the FOMC last night was very dovish. And then obviously we've had the potential, we've had a US drone shot down in Iran, which is building up a lot of tension between Iran and the US, which has really been the catalyst for gold punching through that 1380 area. If we just look left, we can see, looking back, you can see 1380 or around about 1377 highs. Just over here on the left was a good area for the market to head towards. Smash right through that, and all I see is upside for gold. We talked about that in the last kind of gold update. Ever since we broke out of this weekly bullish pattern, you know, we expected further upside for gold. It's just continuing now, and what can we expect to happen next? Well, we do have these sorts of highs in and around here, and let's just draw it as a zone. Actually, I just wanted to leave 1350 on the chart, but if we bring in the zone around here, this to me is my next supply zone, my next demand zone, where I expect price to head back to. We've seen it already test already on the daily time frame, which gave us this bearish price action, which caught a few bears into the market. They have subsequently been stopped out of this move now, and we can see the potential for this market to continue. So all we're looking for is some kind of, you know, pullback into this sort of level, and then looking to continue buying gold. There's nothing to suggest that we should stop buying gold at the moment. It'd be interesting to see how the commitment of traders position themselves going into this week, or at least into next week. Will the shorts have increased massively? I don't know. We have to wait to find out, and we won't find out now until next Tuesday, really, what their positioning is like on gold. But you know, this is just a complete full-on bullish trend. Now we can see that we're trading above the 2050 and obviously the 200 moving average on the daily time frame. So what we're looking for, because the market has moved quite significantly away from our averages, we do expect some kind of pullback. And you know, if we don't pull back into you know, this sort of 1365 and see a rejection, we could easily pull back into that 1350 key high, and then we can look to take action to buy gold once again with targets back at these highs. Okay, so let's see what happens. You know, if the risk sort of off, or say risk off, the price of gold has shot through despite being a risk on market, then you know, we could see you know, this continuation anyway. We expect the dollar to continue to fall. Just digesting the FOMC for a quick second, you know, they have potentially come out again and talked further on light, with potential Powell saying that a 50 basis point cut is likely. That's why we're seeing the dollar sell off aggressively. Okay, now we did say yesterday that it could go either way depending on how dovish they were. We were favouring the downside in the US dollar, and that has played out pretty nicely. You know, if you were short any of the dollar pairs, then you would have done extremely well. So let's see how this plays out. Like gold, further upside. Let's just see if we can get that trigger on a pullback. Okay, so thanks for joining me today. Thanks for watching. This has been John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst of Blueberry Markets. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content. If you're watching on TradingView, give us a follow. Comment below, how do you see gold playing out in the near term? If you follow us here, we'll follow you back, and I'll speak to you soon.